Hello, this is BOLLY Recap. In today's video, we will be focusing on a revenge action drama movie titled BOLLY, where our protagonist is pushed beyond his limits, and seeks vengeance for a heinous crime that shattered his life. Please note that there may be spoilers ahead. The movie starts with Misha and Robin crossing the street on an ordinary day, but unfortunately, they become victims of a bank robbery. Lyak and his friend Harmon, who are on the run after robbing a bank, take advantage of Misha's car to escape. Misha, feeling worried, resists their demands, leading Lyak to angrily throw the child out of the car and shoot Misha. While allowing Harmon to escape with the stolen money, Lyak submits himself to the police. Now in police custody, Lyak sticks to one narrative, denying that he was the murderer. He insists that he was merely the driver who got trapped in this situation because he was looking for a job in the Gulf. He claims that the actual killer's name is Jayu. Misha is transported to the hospital, but by the time her husband Raghu arrives to see her, her condition is critical. Sadly, she passes away in his presence. Subsequently, Raghu proceeds to the morgue, where he discovers his son Robin lifeless on the examination table. Raghu is overwhelmed with grief, and continually replays the final moments he shared with his wife in his mind. Crushed by the loss of the two individuals who held immense significance in his life, he becomes consumed by a desire for vengeance, fully immersing himself in the pursuit of retribution. Raghu visits the police officer in charge of the case, and requests a meeting with Lyak, who repeats the same story to him. A physical altercation breaks out between Raghu and Lyak. Feeling disillusioned with the progress of the police investigation, Raghu turns to private detective Joshi for assistance in uncovering Lyak's background. During a trip back from jail, Joshi establishes a connection with Lyak's mother and learns about Chimli, a prostitute who holds a romantic interest for Lyak. Seeking Chimli's assistance, Raghu visits her. However, due to her affection for Lyak, she ends up divulging information about Raghu's visit to him. Raghu becomes aware that Chimli has revealed the secret, and he doesn't show any mercy towards her either. He ends up violating her. The court sentences Lyak to 20 years in prison. Despite Raghu's strong desire to inflict harm upon Chimli, he soon realizes that he won't be fully satisfied until he takes his revenge on Lyak. Raghu relocates from Pune to BOLLY and patiently awaits Lyak's release. After a span of 15 years, Shova, a social worker, arrives at Raghu's door seeking assistance for Lyak, who is now suffering from stomach cancer, and nearing the end of his life. Lyak's final desire is to pass away outside the confines of the prison. The only individual capable of securing his release is Raghu, but doing so would require him to agree to a reduced sentence. Initially, Raghu adamantly refuses, but upon further contemplation, he decides to visit Lyak in prison. He is not inclined to forgive him, and instead intends to inflict further misery upon him. Lyak's mother visits Raghu, and discloses that Lyak had contacted her, sharing the name and address of his accomplice. Harmon, the partner, possesses Lyak's portion of the stolen money. In order to facilitate a meeting between Lyak and his partner, Raghu consents to a reduced jail term for Lyak. In the meantime, Raghu manages to locate Harmon. In a twist of events, when Harmon's wife, Kanchan, finds herself stranded on a desolate road at night, Raghu willingly offers to give her a ride home. With a focused gaze on Harmon, Raghu even pays a visit to their restaurant. During their encounter, Raghu confronts Harmon, revealing his knowledge of Harmon's participation in his spouse's murder. Raghu invites himself over to their residence for lunch, where both Harmon and Kanchan attempt to bribe him into remaining silent. Raghu declares that the only condition under which he will keep quiet is if Kanchan agrees to have sexual intercourse with him. Raghu and Kanchan proceed to the bedroom, where he coerces her into staging a performance. He orders the couple to notify him when Lyak contacts them. After his release, Lyak goes to meet Chimli, who now resides in an apartment provided by her lover, a politician with connections to underworld criminals. They reminisce about their past and share a heartfelt moment together. Lyak ends up borrowing some money from her. Lyak remains under surveillance by an undercover police officer. Wherever Lyak goes, the officer closely tails him, whether it's to a brothel or a theater. The detective assigned to the murder case is determined to uncover information about Lyak's partner. In a clever move, Lyak manages to obtain a sex worker's phone, and contacts Harmon using it. They arrange to meet at the bus station, as Lyak demands his passport and his portion of the stolen money. However, Kanchan persuades Harmon to inform Raghu about the meeting. The following day, Raghu visits Harman's residence, where he finds Kanchan alone. He offers her an apology along with a bottle of wine. Pressuring her into engaging in a sexual intercourse, he presents her with a negligee and instructs her to take a bath and put it on. Kanchan contacts Harman while in the bathroom, urging him to hurry home. While she is bathing, Raghu covers the room with plastic. Upon Kanchan's exit from the bathroom, he strikes her with a hammer, causing her injury which kills her. Subsequently, when Harman returns home, Raghu proceeds to fatally attack him with a hammer as well, killing him. Afterward, Raghu proceeds to have a lunch date with Shobha, during which they engage in a game of Scrabble, and ultimately become intimate with each other. Later that day, Raghu transports the bodies to Katakwasla, and buries them. Layak encounters Raghu at the designated meeting spot, where he was supposed to meet Harman. It dawns on Layak that Raghu is aware of Harman's involvement. Raghu informs Layak that he will never experience the remaining months of his life in peace. Layak connects the pieces, and comprehends that his mother had disclosed information about Harman to Raghu. His mother admits to it, prompting Layak to devise a new plan, to confront Raghu. Layak forcibly enters Raghu's residence, in search of the money hidden there. He attempts to strangle Raghu. But Raghu manages to free himself, and they both get into a scuffle. Raghu delivers some punches to Layak's abdomen, causing him to lose consciousness. When Layak regains consciousness, Raghu informs him of his intention, to make him suffer. Raghu reveals that he will never obtain the money, because he had stolen it from Harman, before murdering both Harman and his wife. In that profound moment, Layak perceives a transformation in Raghu, shaped by immense pain. Layak confesses to Raghu how he unintentionally shot Misha when she screamed, leading to the tragic accident, where Raghu's son fell from the vehicle. It was an unfortunate occurrence, that Layak had not planned, or intended to happen. Layak meets with Chimli, and reveals to her that he is suffering from cancer. A confrontation ensues between Layak and Chimli's lover. Subsequently, Chimli informs her lover about Layak's illness, leading him to grant her permission to offer financial assistance. Chimli visits Layak, and they reflect on how circumstances could have unfolded differently before bidding farewell to each other. In the meantime, the police launch an investigation into the disappearance of Harman and Kanchan. Through their inquiries, law enforcement officers begin to suspect Raghu's complicity. The officer in charge of the case, involving Raghu's wife's murder, is set to retire shortly, and insists that Raghu turn over the money he obtained from Harman. One night, Layak returns home late, and his mother inadvertently remarks on his resemblance to his father. Intrigued, Layak probes his mother, about whether his father had any redeeming qualities. However, his mother fails to express any favorable sentiments about the man. Layak undergoes a transformation, and decides to turn himself in to the cops. Despite the officer's awareness of Raghu being the actual culprit, Layak confesses to the authorities that he committed the murders of Harman and Kanchan. He explains that his actions were driven by their refusal to give him his portion of the stolen money. On the day of the officer's retirement, he is hailed as a hero for resolving an old case. Layak returns to prison, and spends his remaining days in rehabilitation. Upon his passing, Chimli visits Raghu and reminds him that he is among the fortunate few who have been granted a second chance in life. Layak's remorseful journey has provided Raghu with a renewed opportunity, and it is now up to him to make the most of it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more similar videos, and turn on notifications to stay updated. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button to support us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.